Hey Antioch, this is Brother Matt. I'm here with your daily focus for March 31st, 2020. My last video last week, I talked about Philippians 4:13, where it says, "I can do all things through Him who gives me strength." And we kind of went over how that was Paul's response to when he had everything in his life and he had nothing. He was writing that from a Roman prison, and he could just, he was coming from the heart, and he knew that God was going to see him through. I know there are many people that are anxious and just a little nervous about the current situation. We seem like everything has gotten bad. We had the safer at home order from Governor Lee yesterday, and I think it goes into effect tonight. And then so there's a lot of anxiety, but I wanted to share 3 verses that my wonderful wife shared and had written out for me, because I was feeling a little anxious about everything, about her job and about just the future. And the first one she shared with me was Philippians 4:6. It was right before I started last week. It says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God." So the first thing that we have to do to not be anxious is when we're feeling that anxiety is to pray to God. God holds the entire world in His hand. He formed us before the foundations of the world. He created the world and everything in it. And so God knows the end game. God knows what's going to happen, and God is in control of everything. So the first person, whenever we're feeling anxiety, we need to go to is God. The next verse she shared with me is Matthew 6:34. It says, "Therefore don't worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow will worry about itself." I think the best thing to do in these days is to take every day one day at a time. Go day to day. I don't know what, yesterday at this time we didn't have a safer at home order. Today, this time we do, and it goes in effect tomorrow. So, things are changing so rapidly from day to day that the only thing we can do as Christians is take it one day at a time. And we know that every day when we wake up and we take that first breath, that's a gift from God, number one, and number two, that Jesus is still on the throne. That Jesus, nothing about this COVID-19 has changed who Jesus is, who God is, who the Holy Spirit is, and nothing will change who they are. They're the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And the final verse that she shared with me was John 14:27. It says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled." And it goes on, "Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me." And so as we just enter this time, let us know that God is in control of everything, that God has everything. There's a plan for everything, that God is sovereign, that God is in control, and nothing happens to us that God doesn't know about. I know people are saying, what is the purpose of COVID-19? What is the purpose of all the death? Well, God has an ultimate plan that's put into place. Sin has tainted the world. Sin has caused viruses and diseases and death and the grave, but God has a plan to perfect everything and to get things, and that plan was through Jesus. So I just hope that this has been an encouragement to you. We love you, Antioch. The staff has been meeting diligently trying to figure out what the next steps are, and so please don't be anxious about Antioch. We will be here. We've already talked about what happens if we go into a shelter in place, so we've got that taken care of, and you'll hear more about that later. But know that we are praying for you, that we love you, and that we're doing our best to serve you. God bless, and hope you'll have a great day.